Hello, darlings. I was able to get Ethiopian food and pizza. So I had pizza for lunch. Oh, I actually got to talk to the owner, or one of the owners, and they told me what one of the secret ingredients in that pizza sauce is. And like the pizza sauce is the pride and joy of that place, and they're so good at it. So, yeah, I'm doing good. Oh, it's so good. There's a place called Sumptuous in Long Beach. Nobody's paying me for this. I am doing general review. And this place is just like, just some place you would almost drive by it, except it's this bright yellow and orange for their banner, and everything around it is just like beige and white. So it really pops out, and it is, oh my goodness. I walked in just like really, really, really early. So like when they had just opened the doors. And I said, hey, this is my first time really trying African food, especially what y'all serve, so what would you say? And they're like, go with soup. I'm like, I know I have to do fufu. They're like, yep. And they're like, do you want it spicy? I'm like, yeah, let's go spicy. They're like, are you sure? And I'm like, okay, when an African auntie laughs at you that way, they are warning you. So I'm like, you know what, make it just a little spicy. A little spicy is okay. And so they brought me out the spice, basically, and they put it on the side of the soup, and they went, that's the spicy part. And I just took a big pinch of it and went, directly on my tongue, because I wanted to know how bad is it? How bad is it? Because I'm not going to die on camera, thank you very much. And just her eyes got so wide, and I'm like, oh, no, that's a good amount of spicy. That's a really good amount of spicy. I love those earthy tones. You must have some African in you. I'm like, well, at least half of me, so, yeah. It, like, oh, so weird. Yeah, it looks, it's so good. It's so good. It's just coming up on 4 o'clock. Yeah, that is fufu. Let me give my hands a good scrubbity scrub. Already washed them twice, but, gotta make sure yet again. Because with this food, you eat with your hands. And I am very persnickety about my fingers. Okay, and I also got a Vide Malt Classic. It is a non-alcoholic malt beverage. Right. Yeah, no. I shifted my times just a little bit to account for certain things. So yeah, I'm hitting right about dinner hour for everybody. Right. So I looked up the correct way to eat fufu, and it looks like they do most everything with the right hand. You don't use your left unless you absolutely have to. Okay, so I have a little bowl of water. I'm going to add just a couple drops of lemon juice. That'll be my cleaner. I also did a little shopping, so I'm gonna do that posting up. I will show you how badly the download speed has been going. It is driving me up a wall trying to get stuff uploaded to YouTube right now, because the download from TikTok is so incredibly bad. Like, so. Water. Right? Landlord special, they painted it white. Let's see, I've got oh, church key. Oh, yeah, there it is. Yes. Thank you so much for the likes, for the loves, for the shares. The tapping on screen, you can do it multiple times and it helps get me to that For You page. Thank you so much for all my subscribers and everybody who's like been pushing me. So yeah. Egusi. I hope I said that correctly. Egusi soup was what was recommended to me for the first timer, and I got it with goat meat. Right. So there's the egusi. So when we think of, like, when Westerners think of soup, they think of, you know, mostly liquid with some, you know, like veg and meat and whatnot in it. For African soups, it's basically a good amount of food with some like a good amount of sauce with it. So there's lots of sop. I've made a Twitter, but my Twitter is more of a spicy Twitter, and it's based off of my the persona that I usually do when I have my fangs on, which is in a bathery. Hello, darling, I'm in a bathery. You know, that wonderful, slightly sadistic, hedonistic vamp of a tramp that you all know and love. That one. Yeah, it's a lot like a stew. Okay, so, from what I see, you pinch off roughly a marble, like a large marble-sized piece, and then you give it a little bit of a roll, so it forms into like a ball. And then kind of press the thumb in the middle. That'll create like a little dent, so it's easier to actually scoop. And so you kind of get in there and, whoops. I grab some of the firmest stuff, of course, and then you get down in there and dip. Oh my god. Oh, that's heavenly. Oh my god, yes. Ooh. Ooh, I think I like fufu. Hell no, you don't. Outside invader, no. Oh my god, that is fantastic. There's goat meat in here, and of course the goat is still on the bone. Oh my goodness. Wow. They also had oxtail and all kinds of like fried fish. Ooh, that looks so good. Oh, hell yeah. Oh my god. Yes! Sorry, I'm gonna try a little bit. I know it's not the right way, but... Oh my god, that is tasty! This feels like where the roots of soul food came from. Oh, that is so good. That is lovely. Okay, so again, this is the fufu. And basically these 3 fingers are the eating utensil. So you, big like marble-sized piece, and you roll. I haven't got my roll down quite perfectly just yet. Roll into a ball, press finger in the middle. This is basically your scoop or your sop. Get up under there. Oh my god, that is so good. It's... How to describe it? So it's a yam fufu. So it has like, it absolutely is. It has the flavor of almost like potato. So there's no herbs, there's no spices to it, because all the herbs and spices are in the soup, in the food that you are eating. That is so good. Oh, I love this. Like there's so much what do you call? There's so much like just rich flavor. Like the spices are really nice and earthy. Oh, that's lovely. Oh my god, yes. And then let's try Vitamalt. Is it? It's potato. Oh. You know, I'm not mad at this. I'm not mad at this. Oh, so it's potato, not yam. What's the yam one then? Because I was hearing from different people, different places and whatnot, that sometimes it's potato, sometimes it's sweet potato, sometimes it's yam. So tuber starch underground. Oh. They, them. Thank you so much for asking. Now I've got to try some with the goat. So yes, I asked for goat meat. It's not too often that... Ooh, that's a little much. It's not too often that I get to try, like, traditional dishes with all the traditional meats. And goat is a very traditional meat. So, but it's like, you have to, like, actually search for it. Because most places just serve, you know, beef or pork, or fish, chicken. You know, just the very stock and staple for Americans. And that means you don't always get to try some of the more flavorful stuff. Oh, it does. Oh, it does. It is. Mm. Mm. That sauce is incredible. Mm. 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 Mm-hmm. 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 Oh my god, this is so good. And it's definitely goat. It is definitely goat. If you've never had goat, this is a very nicely cooked goat. Well cooked goat. But yeah, if you've never had goat, goat can be tough. And it can be a little bit gamey. But this was like... Yeah, it's a little... There's plenty of connective tissue still in here. But I am still okay by it because the flavor is really good. Overall, it's really tender. So, goat is a very sinuous kind of protein. Thank you, darling. Mm. Mm. Okay, this is good. I'm definitely going back. So altogether, combo plus drink was like $26, $27, which might seem expensive to some, but like this is all slow cooked, family owned, like small restaurant. They are absorbing a lot of cost. So you know what? I will absolutely support. Mm. Mm. I'm here for it. Mm. So, how's everybody's day been? So, I got egusi soup, which is kind of like a stew with goat. You could also get like chicken, pork, other stuff. I just chose goat. And fufu, which is like a potato that they use like a sop. This is fantastic. So it is African food, I believe, of way of Nigeria, if I am not mistaken. I'm going to have to slowly pick apart this goat. This goat is bony as fuck. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, exactly. Exactly. I get I'm going to get so much use out of this. Like, oh, the spices. Oh, those are kicking in nicely. Yeah, once I get all the goat off, I'm gonna keep the bones, and I will be definitely, like, storing those for later. And then, yeah, like, just meat and sopping-wise, I've got at least 2-3 meals easily out of this. So yeah, overall cost works out really, really nice. I think most of their stuff was between, like, meal-wise, was between, like, 15 and 30. And you could either dine in or you could take out. So either or. Are you looking for something that's more along the lines of Demon Slayer? Or are you looking for something that is a little bit more gentle? Right, see, now, and that's me with, like, Spy Family. There is something about a tiny, adopted, psychic with her predictive dog and the two assassins who are accidentally shacking up like a married couple. It is so funny, and at the same point in time, I'm like, I swear to God, you do anything to hurt that tiny little pink-haired muffin, and I will end you. Chainsaw Man was also wonderfully brutal. Jujutsu Kaisen was even better. Even frickin' better. And honestly, the second season was, I believe, better than the first season. I think it should have been the other way around. I honestly think they should have started with the second season of Jujutsu Kaisen and then moved it into where the first season started. It would have made way more sense, especially as to how the characters are, why they do what they do. I think if they had started with the, 10 years ago, all this shit happened, and now we're moving into the future, and here we are with Itadori, and let's watch his life get train wrecked. You're just like, God damn, the trauma train on this one. But I think it would have made so much more sense. I agree with you with that. Now, Chainsaw Man is a bit problematic. How to put this, because there's no gentle way to do it. Chainsaw Man, while really well done, especially on the gore, especially on the heart grab, especially on the drama of it, they did really, really well. But they used minors. They used, specifically, Denji Itadori is 16 years old, and they make his entire focus hypersexual, and a lot of his interactions with female characters is also hypersexual. And it's really uncomfortable because you don't know that for the first, I want to say 5-6 episodes, something like that. You don't know for the first 3 quarters that he is underage, that he's a child. When they go to the bar after work, drinks with every one of the coworkers, yeah, that's when they find out, oh, he's not a young man in his late teens, early 20s. This is a 16-year-old child. It's really gross, so I find it problematic. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to watch the next installation, because he's still going to be underage in that. And I'm like, no, I don't think. Because the same thing happened with freaking Bleach. I thought that Ichigo was a senior in high school, and because of how tall they made him, how athletic they made him look, I'm like, okay, cool. He's a senior high school. Yeah, I can get behind this. Oh, you're a child. You're a child. Now, I saw Bleach way back when it first started. And even then, I was like, nothing. Oh. I was eating food first. So I have, I think it's Ethiopian. Is it Ethiopian or Nigerian? Oh, God, I've got to find out before I post that, because I want to make sure that I'm doing due diligence to food cultures. But yeah, no, I had fufu and egusi. And this Vitamalt Classic, it's not bad. It could definitely use more bubbles, more carbonation, but overall I'm liking it. It does. In that they take forever to get to the damn basement. Just now that you know going in, you can make more informed decisions about how you feel about what's going on. So yeah, I went in and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. Because I very, very rarely find a character that I find attraction to. It's just me. I think I stopped at Final Fantasy X with Kimari Ranzo and Lord Oron. So I'm like, I found mine. Don't need anybody else. I'm good for the rest of my life. But no, if I had known sooner that he was a child, I would have felt more wrong about everything that happened to him, which honestly would have made some of the things that happened to him even more heartbreaking. But like the fact that they didn't make that very clear from the get-go that he's a minor, I'm like, no, because he went from just being annoying to heartbreaking. I'm just like, oh no, he's not just a jackass. Adults are taking advantage of him. No! So, yeah. Thank you. Don't worry, eventually the fangs will go in. Let's see. So, tomorrow through Sunday, I will be off of here, at least. I will be a few other places. I think I might be checking out Big O and seeing what they're like over there. And then also, hopefully I'll be on Twitch a little bit. I took another business class today. And I am suddenly learning the art of self-editing, and it makes way more sense. I don't know why I could not seem to understand these concepts earlier, but like the way they explained it today, self-editing made way more sense. Like, say what you gotta say, do what you gotta do, but you don't have to film every last moment of your life and then edit it into a film clip. Like, no. Do some simpler stuff, do some batch edits of stuff, and then like go from there. And that way you actually do have time to relax instead of having to do the same thing every single day and burning yourself out. And I'm like, oh, this makes more sense now. Oh no, I heard you. I just also did not acknowledge you. Because I was in the middle of a sentence. I don't do sample readings on demand. If you are a subscriber, on the other hand, I will pull a free card for you. That's never a problem. Other than that, if you would like to go up to the Blinks in Lio, you can follow that, $5 per card. And once you've purchased those, come back and tell me how many you purchased. The Ash Caps and Ven tend to be the best because they are the fastest to pop up on my screen. And by the way, I never slide into people's DMs, so please be ever so careful if somebody like, hey, would you like a reading? No, I don't. I'm a millennial and I'm an introvert, so I don't like to do those things. So, yeah, if you see somebody who says that, that ain't me. And it's the other reason I only do live reads, is so that you know for a fact, ta-da, it's me. Oh, thank you. I'm about to take them off because I need to change out color. Where did I put the... Another? Wait, no. I'll put it nearby. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's some good agusi and fufu. That fufu really fills you up real quick, but in like the best ways. This is like the most comfortable full I've had in a long time. Today we're doing Vitamalt Classic. That's Vitamalt Classic. It's a very low carbonation kind of medicinal beverage. I know I've tasted this flavor before. It's like if somebody took a Pepsi, turned it up to 11, but cut the carbonation to about 30%. I got it thrifting for like $3. I love it. Mmm. Honestly, base coat, coat number 1, coat number 2, give them a good long while to dry in between each round. And then that top coat, I usually like to file my nails like right beforehand too, just to make sure they're all as flat, as smooth, as no sticking out edges as possible. And if you hang the top coat over the nail so it actually hits the edge a little bit, that'll help because you now have a cover seal versus just a flat layer when it comes to chipping. Oh my goodness. Pardon me. So good though. It's like I have never been so comfortably full in such a long time. I love Mooncat. Mooncat, Zoya. If you want it really good polish though, Taylor and OPI, China Glaze, those are some of my absolute favorites. Darling, I know plenty about a top coat. And some bottom breeches. Oh yeah, there are certain polishes that are so much more prone to peel. China Glaze, I have never had a problem with peeling. OPI is a thinner lacquer, so you have to do it in thinner layers. So you have to make sure that it dries. You have to make sure that it dries in between each coat. It is a pain in the ass otherwise. And yes, I am so pleasantly full. Okay, I'm gonna put a lid back on this. That fufu and eat goosey soup, fan-frickin-tastic. I'm going to be slowly grazing on that all day. Yeah, I never wait enough time. I'm always like, 10 minutes is enough. It should probably be closer to 20. I know. If you're doing the slow version, if you don't have like, that gel dry under a lamp kind of stuff, but yes. So fufu it tastes a lot like potato. Just regular ass potato. It just happens to have a bit more durability to it, so it forms small balls very, very easily, very, very nicely. And then the spices, I did ask for, spicy, and they gave me light spicy, but the spices are spice. It is this beautiful warmth that kind of spreads over the tongue and mouth and kind of stays there, but not in an unpleasant fashion, with very earthy, aromatic spices to go with it. So it really has this beautifully earthy, almost collard-esque, smoked collard-esque flavor to it. You can taste that it is definitely the root of where soul food comes from. I love China Glaze. Especially on my press-on nails, China Glaze is my go-to for like a base coat, especially if I want to have like a really like rich tone come through when I put on an OPI coat, because OPI comes out very nice, usually decently opaque, but like thin because it's supposed to be, because you always do 2 layers of OPI, and that makes it absolutely gorgeous, and it goes on and just like butter. It's so good. It is so good. It is fantastically good. So fufu is meant to be paired with soup or with other foods. So it's not just it's by itself. It's like the bread to a stew. It's like the dumpling to chicken and dumplings. It is the thing that helps to transport the sauce or the juices and the flavor to the mouth. So itself doesn't have much flavor, but when combined with other things, it gives you like the texture to go with the flavor, and kind of just kind of melds on the palate, and it just becomes this entire mouthful of happiness. Oh yes. Very much so. Apparently, different places will use different things, because I've heard potato, sweet potato, yam. It's always that very, very pale potato color. So I'm just going to trust whatever they set in front of me, because I figure if I go one place that does Ethiopian and one place that does Nigerian, they may both call it fufu, but it may have slightly different bases to it. I'm going to trust whoever is making it, because I'm like, I know it's not my direct culture, but I'm going to trust the cook. And if Auntie looks at you sideways and go, are you sure you want it spicy? That's the look of, we probably use Scotch bonnets. Are you sure you can handle this? I'm pretty sure you have an American palate. I'm like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go with maybe a couple notches above the American palate. Okay. Trust the aunties. Because in a lot of African foods, and when I say African, I mean it's a whole fucking continent, but there are a lot of cultures that they use peppers as their spice base, or as their melange, basically. And those peppers can be fantastically hot. They're like Scotch bonnets, habanero. Like, we're talking spicy kinds of peppers right there. And if you're caught unawares, you're like, oh, this is what it feels like in hell. So yeah, no, I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to err on the side of caution. But I did impress her, because I grabbed a big pinch of the spice that they put on the side. I just put directly on my tongue, because I'm like, if it's going to blow my head off, I'd rather have this and let it die down over a couple of hours and, like, learn my lesson. Instead, it was just this beautiful warmth that kind of spread over my tongue with these deep, rich, earthy flavors. And I mean, yeah, it was raw spice, so it's going to be very particular. But as I just like let it sit and mellow, it was fantastic. And in the soup, yes, abso-freaking-lutely yes. Oh, so good. Right? So many different kinds of food, and they all look fantastic. They all look so delicious. So for some people, apparently in some cultures, it is called swallow, and it's a very similar thing. For some it's fufu, for some it's swallow. I know, they're like, just don't chew it. I'm like, look, I am captain of, like, the no gag reflex club, but I have been trained to chew my food. And if I don't at least mimic the look of chewing food, my brain goes, you're gonna choke, spit it out. I'm like, I'm not gonna choke. You're gonna choke. I'm not gonna choke. They're like, it's not attached to anything. You're gonna choke, spit it out. I'm like, I know I'm gonna look like a toddler doing this. Oh, look, I'm chewing. So yeah, I was like, no matter what I do, I have to chew. I just do. So yeah, like so sometimes I think if it's a little bit more elasticy, I think is swallow. But yeah, like some are just like grab and go, and I'm like, I have to chew. I know it's not right, but at least I'm using my right hand, 3 fingers, water bowl dip, all that kind of good stuff. Just saying, man. I'm just saying. So, how's everybody doing? I'm chilling tonight because I'm not doing anything after this. I am literally just working on the YouTube stuff, because I have been saying for like, the last several days, I'm gonna get up. I have been having problems. In fact, actually, let's go check it right now, because I've had to check it every like 30 minutes to make sure it's still downloading. Oh, for fuck's sake. I clicked off the damn thing. I hate you. I'm just going to sit down here for a moment because it was 100% processed and I hit the wrong button and clicked off it. And now I gotta process it all over again. I just throw me from a water tower at this point. Oh, goodness. Oh, not bad, not bad. I am working on, here, let me turn this around. I am working on getting all of these downloaded so it can go up on YouTube. But I have been having literally the worst time trying to get some of the older ones to download, and it takes forever to first process them and then to actually get it all like uploaded, downloaded, and everything. So that's why I'm taking tonight off after I get off here, and I'll be just working on getting that downloaded and then over to YouTube. So I'm sorry it's taking so long. But also, yeah, took a business class. Figured out how to self-edit a whole lot more, so I think this is going to be a lot easier. I just got to shuffle some things around. In the meantime, if anybody needs art, if you like spicy content, if you want to support me in other ways, those are all 3 very separate actions, don't worry. But yeah, check the Blinks and Lyos. I'm going to start a blog over on Coffee to talk about some of the stuff that I'm doing, some of the stuff that's going on. That is also where I have my art, a lot of my art listed up for sale. I also have my press-on nails over there for sale. I will be opening up commissions very shortly for nails. I've already got the art commissions up and running, so if you need anything, let me know. And then if you're clever and you find me elsewhere, we can speak elsewhere about what else you'd like to do. So, yeah. Oh, and if anybody needs cards read, I always have my cards with me, so we can do that. So I think I'm going to lean into the Inna Bathory character a little bit more when it comes to making content. Yes, you're going to have some of the funny lip syncs, of course. And some of the sexy lip syncs, of course. But I think I'm going to do a little bit more of, Inna interacting with the modern world and discovering the modern things and whatnot. Because that seems to be where my happy zone is when I'm making Inna content. So I'm going to fold the 2 together a little bit here and then expand it in other ways elsewhere. So what do you all want to talk about? Because you know me, I'm a chatterbox, and this is a salon. Salon is a third space, which means it is a place where you can come and talk and get to know things and talk about things and decompress and socialize and whatnot. Hey, Cosette, how do you do? Okay, I'm gonna let this continue to process because I'm a dumbass and I pressed the wrong fucking button. Ugh. I have had some dinner and done well. And I got groceries today, which was absolutely yay, because there was a lot of good sales on. I got 2 whole bags for $60. Yes! I think that's how I'm going to lean into it a bit more, is kind of do some headmaster roots, but also bounce forward to the modern day as well. So, Inna Bathory, millennial upon millennial, literally. 40,000 plus year old vampire, roughly 3rd generation, you would call it. She was a human cleric way the hell back when. Yes, she is related to Bathory. Yes, that Bathory, but Bathory is more like related to her. Anyways, at one point in time, she did actually start a academy called Dante's Academy. And she taught adults, people who were over the age of 20, how to be, A, better at adventuring, but B, what the world really looks like when you pull away all of the banality and normalcy. So it's like, oh yeah, no, you are a wizard, Larry. We get it. But the kids' party tricks aren't gonna work as well as you think. We gotta teach you something better, because you gotta fight those things. Yeah, because we're making sure the Lich King doesn't come back anytime soon. No, we're not saving everybody from the apocalypse. Well, okay, we're sort of saving everybody from the apocalypse. Anyways, you know, it's nuance. I'm actually gonna pop my denture out, because it is wanting to come out. So pardon me for a second. Oh my goodness. Guys, you're doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the likes, the loves, the shares, the gifting, everything that y'all are doing. It's so kind of you, and I really do appreciate this. Pardon as I give those a quick soup. Woo! Y'all are doing fantastic, honestly. Thank you for this. But yeah. I think I know what I want to film this weekend. So hopefully I can do exactly that and get at least 1 or 2 more Academy videos done, and then some regular stuff. But hopefully I'll be able to do a couple doses of Inna per week at the Academy. Or at least once a week, please. Just once a week. Fuck. And I'll try and let people know where to find me. I'm just trying to find like a good overall place to post the calendar. I'm trying out a few things first just to see if I like the way they work, because ADHD, if I don't like the way something works, I very quickly throw it by the wayside. I mean, if you go to the Blinks and Lio, my Twitter is there, but it's the Twitter for Inna Bathory, and it's a very spicy version of Inna Bathory. So, it is very specifically meant for people over the age of 18. In fact, probably over the age of 21. Am I as some? No. But I do like to let people know what they're walking into before they walk into it. Hello, Tyler, my darling. How are you doing? Hopefully, but everybody is well. This malt vitae is not bad. It's one of those things that kind of grows on you. I almost want to say it has like a raisin base. Yeah. Oh, you got new fish. What kind of fish, my darling? I'm going to throw an ice cube in there. Oh, thank you so much, Kyla. Yes, I do. And honestly, I need to get back to my roots and start doing more recognizable cosplay rather than cosplay for my OCs. I do have my Luna wig for Hell of a Boss. I am going to see if I can actually use some of the stuff that I have to do a slightly more closer to a Hell of a Boss, true to the cosplay kind of look. So give me a hot minute on that. I think I have everything for it, especially with the new tops that I got sent by Many Facets of Assets from Plato's Closet. So good! So good. Have a cute little black, like, tank top-ish type thing that I'm pretty sure I can modify closer to being Luna's top. And then I've already got, like, the finger gloves. I've got some really cute fishnets that mimic her black leggings that she tends to wear. I figured out how I like to do the makeup so it actually looks really nice. So, yeah. I need to get back on track. When I took the self-editing class today, it suddenly made so much sense why so much stuff has taken so long to do. And it's because I've overburdened myself with so many details instead of simplifying everything in a way that would work better for me. And it's like, oh, this is what they mean by self-editing. This makes more sense. Thank you so much, Tyler. See, let's do some finger hearts. I do love a good green bottle. Also with Luna, bigger fangs. Definitely bigger fangs. I'm trying to think of like some of the other things I can do. Well, I do have that new racing top. So all I need to do is find some cute like black bottoms, and that would be perfect for like a classic anime racing girl. Like I've even got like some cute little heels and stuff that would work, because they usually either wore heels or like go-go boots, and I'm like, I am not doing a go-go boot. I don't need my calves to sweat that much. So Shubunkin? Are those the ones with the kind of like the puffy cheeks? Thank you, darling. Yes, they, them today. Thank you so much for asking. So sorry to like miss that. What kind of music do I like? Well, I have a very broad range of what I like. If I'm trying to relax, like really like relax and concentrate for a good long time, lo-fi. Absolutely adore lo-fi. It gets your head in the right space and just kind of mellows you out. Sometimes I like metal, sometimes pop, trance, funk, Balkan, especially Balkan trap. Desi trap has also been like really cool too. Like I have a shorter list of music I don't like versus what I do like. Because some days you just feel like pop, other days you like really need something you can like croon to, like MCR. Other days it's a Blackpink kind of day. But yeah, like the only kind of music that I don't necessarily like, and it's only because for me it just does nothing for my ears, is country. And like there's a few country songs that I like, but just overall it's just not my genre. But like if other people like it, that is perfectly fine. It's just not my kind of music. Ooh, Tiger Barb. Oh, honey, you got a Pleco? Honey, how big? Because Pleco can get up to like 18 to 24 inches. Yeah, I get that, but there are certain kinds of Plecos that they sell quite frequently in fish stores, and they get enormous. There are some that max out at about 6 inches, but some of the regular ones that they sell in the fish stores, they get to be like 2 feet and armored, because they're a type of catfish basically. So I'm just saying, just double check. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. So you know what you're getting into. As long as you know what you're getting into. Oh, like the butterfly koi. Oh, okay. Oh, that's gonna be gorgeous. I know that they started doing that with betta as well. They started doing calico betta, and then they did galaxy betta. Although for my money, dollars to donuts, if you want to talk about beauty factor when it comes to like a betta fish, The aliens and the orchids are some of the most gorgeous betta I have ever seen. They are absolutely, oh my goodness. Now the plecat, those are closer to the original traditional betta fish. They are a little bit larger, a little bit beefier, and they can survive so much bullshit. And then of course you have your kings and your giants, or your Goliath, which are like 4 to 6 inches depending on. I'm trying to remember. There's the dragon scale, scaleless, the veil tail, double tail, half moons, dragon tail, comb tail, rose, and I know I'm missing a couple of the subsects in there. You had a full moon king? Oh, that must have been glorious. Oh my god. Ooh, the mustards. The mustards are... Oh! Mustard being their very specific color, often paired with black and blues. They are gorgeous fish. Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. It's a circle of life. So basically waiting long enough for it to get large enough that you can sell it back. I'm hopefully most of your money back on return on that one. Get yourself a new one, start the cycle over again. Oh my god, that sounds gorgeous. I have had some of the worst time with bettas, but I've also found them the most amazing fish to catch, or to have. They're a little too curious for their own good, and they love to try and squeeze into small spaces, and with that heavy finnage, if they can't get back out, they drown, and they are not smart enough to not know this shit. Nice. Very nice. Well, then that makes absolute sense. Ooh, cichlids. Boy, you want to talk about a fish that can just be bought and sold. Those are the rabbits of fish. Right up there with, like, mollies and guppies. Hello, Carrie. Yeah, I could see where this would be a well-favored drink. Yes! Oh my god. And that's the whole thing is, cichlids can't be by themselves. They need to have a school. But at the same point, that school loves to fight. And you're just like, are you okay over there? And they fight, but once they've fought it out and handled their shit, whoever wins is breeding. Because holy hell, they reproduce so daggum fast. Especially the convicts. The convicts or the zebras are just... I know, right? Because you're like, don't harm each other. It's their way. It is their nature. They are an aggressive schoolfish. I love a good, I love a good fish store. I really do. I'm doing good today. Feeling very them. Thank you so much. I'm chilling out, hanging out. I'm still working on those damn downloads, because I don't know what it is, but I've had the worst luck this week with TikTok when it comes to downloading and uploading. It has just been pain in the ass, but that is my only focus tonight, is to at least get 2 or 3 new ones up there and continue the download and upload cycle. So it is what it is. And then over the next couple days, probably going to do some batch work, some spicy work. I will try and let people know where I'm going to be. I'm just trying to find a good way to do that. Aww. Thank you so much for the love painting. Ah, that was so cute. I wondered what those did. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I think it was D-Rock. Or D-Rocka. Thank you. That was fantastic. So yes, I am sweating. Yes, it is like 85 degrees inside. I had some lovely Ethiopian food already. I had some fufu and some egusi soup with goat. Do I do magic as in witchcraft? Yes, I do. Well, let's put it this way. It's in the 90s outside. But you're right. For the size of this room, and I will actually turn this around. So, this... There we go. So this, that little thing over there is my AC. This is the room. Yeah, that is the room that we are in. And it's a decently large room. I want to say it's like 20 by 25-ish. But yeah, that little valve box fan doesn't do shit. Oh good, I tend to do candles too. Make sure you cleanse and smoke, or cleanse with... Well, I mean, I usually cleanse with smoke or salt or oil. But like, make sure you cleanse your candles beforehand. That's always a good one. Those little charcoal briquettes are fantastic in your cauldrons, but make sure you have something underneath the feet of your cauldrons, because cauldrons are cast iron. They conduct heat really well, and you can end up either burning or very much damaging any surface that it's on. I usually say set it on something that is very heat safe. Tea saucers or teacup saucers are one of the good ones to do that with. Salt. Always keep salts on hand. A lot of the herbs and spices that you might need for your mixes, you can honestly find at the Dollar Tree or other discount stores in the spice section. So don't shy away from picking up some very inexpensive stuff rather than necessarily going to an esoteric store for it. Also, you can get really inexpensive candles from the dollar store as well. Oh yeah, no, it's a small air. It is a small air conditioning. Chocolate chip pancake sounds fantastic. Especially with like peanut butter and honey. Because yes, I'm weird. I know I'm weird. Peanut butter and honey works. Oh my goodness, we got over 11K in likes. Thank you so much. Holy crap, in an hour? Y'all got some gamer fingers. That is impressive. Seriously. Oh, thank you so much, Cosette. So, yes. How are we doing tonight? What shall we do tonight? What shall we talk on? Because Lord knows I can talk on and on forever. Thank you, Cosette. Again, let's go check our download speed, which is probably going to be sucking ass, but you know. Oh! Oh! Oh, I wonder if total mayhem is going on. Part of me wants to delay downloading this for like a hot second, just so I can play Total Mayhem. You can tell I'm torn. You can tell I'm torn. Do I have Steam? No. I play Overwatch, Total Mayhem on my PC. But I don't tend to play many other games. I have a very old computer. I desperately need to get it updated. I'm hoping as I get more stable in my financial situation, especially as a content creator, that I will be able to get my equipment upgraded so that I can bring better stuff, because at this point I need an updated, upgraded monster to handle the amount of information that I need to get it to process, especially with the downloads and uploads. Well, no, Steam's a service. It's a gaming service, though, and no, I don't have it. I think my brain split ideas into two different sentences. Ah, fair enough. No, I do not have that. Only because the laptop that I am working with, I will show this to you again. The laptop I'm working with is an Omen laptop, but it is literally 8 years old. And those white dots are actually where I've busted keys out repeatedly. So, yeah. I mean, I'm decent enough. I can be fun to hang out with, but you know. Of course, then again, when people see me game, they're like, "What is wrong with you?" I'm like, I'm very competitive. I understand. Sometimes I'm also a little bit toxic about that. So yeah. Oh, okay. No, I don't game with followers. I do not game with followers. Only because I know myself, I can get a little competitive. I can get a little intense. I almost played Overwatch competitively. I was in one of the #1 guilds on a couple of different servers for World of Warcraft when it first came out. I was a hardcore gamer for like a good 5 years on World of Warcraft. I've been gaming since I was 5, and I have a competitive streak when it comes to it. So yeah, I don't game with followers just because I know some days I'm rah-rah cheerleader and everything's great and happy and fine and wonderful. And sometimes I get a little too competitive for my own britches, and I get a little toxic. I get a little scary. I get a little snippy. So, yeah, I would never want to put somebody in the way of that. Wizard 101? Oh. I don't think I've heard of that game. Like, I know that I've heard of the Potter game, just had not heard that one. Yeah, very much so. It's like, I do like to show you guys a lot of what I do. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to show off versus what I want to do. Because, like, okay, so I've been thinking it over, since you're all here and I can talk. I've been thinking it over, and it's like, showing you how I do everything, hampers how fast I do everything, because I am so worried about how the shot is set up and making sure everybody can see everything and making sure that I'm answering, and I don't end up getting into my flow. So I was like, what would people rather see? Would they rather see me be the slowest tortoise trying to just get through something that should be a decently simple task, but you know, they're having fun because they're talking to me and whatnot, but like next to nothing gets done? Or should I get shit done and then we can actually talk about the whole process and I can show everything off because I'm using contrast threads and da-da-da. I'm like, oh. Oh. So, yeah, adjustments have to be made, but yeah, when it comes to my gaming space, I kind of value having that distance, that ability to just decompress in a very different way. So yeah. Hello, darling. How are you doing? Ooh, crunchy. Yeah. There has to be a little separation, a little bit of a separation, because if not, you know, it's the okay. I have no privacy, and even though I am a personality, I still need a certain amount of privacy. Only because I dislike when people get overly familiar with me without me knowing them, like actually knowing them. So yeah, separation is a healthy thing. There are some people who are absolutely wonderful at, constant interactions with fan base, and more power to them, but I'm an introvert, so I need a particular amount of separation. Okay, and that's her problem how? Like, speaking from experience, you can have a crush on somebody, but... Okay. I'm sorry. I've met too many people who want to make it that person's problem or the significant other's problem. So my trust in humanity at its base is there we go. Give me a second to rename. Okay. There we go. But yeah, when it comes to that, yeah, oh no, it's fine. Yeah, when it comes to that, ask yourself what kind of attraction it is, what kind of feeling it is. Because sometimes you can have incredibly deep and almost possessive platonic feelings for somebody. But, you have to learn how to deal with those feelings on your own. Surveying 1. Okay, I just got 2 processed and 2 are currently downloading. If I can just get 2 or 3 downloaded before I have to go out tonight. Hey! Well, I have taken the time to really sit and babysit this damn downloader. Because I've been trying for the last couple of days to get all of this stuff to download so it could be uploaded to YouTube. And it's been really just incredibly slow going and lots of hiccups. So I finally seem to have gotten it working, but I have to sit here and babysit it. But it is what it is. Week has actually been going rather well. I was able to grab some really nice pizza from Valentino's today, and I also grabbed some fufu and egusi soup from a place called Sumptuous in Long Beach, and it's so good, so good. Yay! Right. I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna have to sit here and do that. But I also took a couple of business courses. In fact, I'm going to take another one tomorrow. Took a couple of business courses and learned a lot about tags and labels and SEOs and that kind of stuff, and why all of that level of description is needed and how that actually helps get people towards you, and using keywords in it a little bit more. And then today I also learned a little bit about branding. It was stuff that I had already learned in my fashion college. So it happens still. It was good to at least hear it, so I knew that I was thinking about it in the right manner. But it also did give me a couple of good pointers of people want to see you, they want to see what you do, but you can also have your own style and you can make your own stuff. And I didn't realize that a lot of cam models especially, they make a lot of their stuff. Some of their stuff they get from, Amazon, especially when first starting out. But there's a good number of them that either buy from small makers or do their own stuff, which I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus, I can be creative for myself. I was thinking that I'm going to have to find a way to pay for all of this wardrobing. Oh, shit, I can make my own wardrobing. Thank you, fucking Jesus. Because I want I want to have a very particular look, and I finally narrowed it down. I want kind of either gothic or, well, gothic leaning into like the 1940s. Glamorous, rich, opulent, without being, festooned with, Swarovski crystals like 50 pounds worth. I'm like, I like ruffles, I like lace, I like good trim, but I like to show off as well. So yeah, it's like I was able to actually refine who I am, the kind of image I want to put forward, that kind of thing. So very helpful. Very, very helpful. So demure, so polite, so mindful. I don't think I used that quite correctly, but at least I understand that. Yeah. How are you doing today? Ooh, Yahtzee. Oh, hello, darling. I've played spades before. I'm not good at it. Mostly I've played poker, but the cards I tend to work with are tarot cards, so. Yahtzee. It's been forever since I've played Yahtzee. Dice game, right? I think it was a lot like Bunko. God, it's been forever since I've done like a board game night. Oh, got a new air conditioner. Oh, nice. Fuck yeah. Okay, I was like, I swear it's the dice game, right? It's the dice game, right? It has like a lot of similar rules, but slightly difficult. And every time I start getting into dice games, I start having flashbacks to church get-togethers and shit. And I'm just like, Yeah. Yeah. Okay, wait, what's the one with, oh god, it always came in like a travel case. This is what I remember. The travel case on one side would have a checkerboard, on the other side it would have these alternating white and black triangles, and white and black, little markers to go with. What is the name of that game? Because I don't think I've ever played it, but I saw it so much growing up on all of the travel cases. Ooh, I love a good word search. I don't like crosswords because, I don't know, half the time their clues are absolute bullshit. I'm like, I don't have enough time to do this kind of research. No. But I freaking love a word search. Sudoku, I don't know, I can kind of take it or leave it, but I can understand where people would get like super into those. I used to love the logic puzzles. You know, like if there are 5 people in line, Mary is behind Mark, Mark is not the beginning of the line, da-da-da-da, put them in order. I freaking love those games. Don't know why, but I freaking loved those games. Okay. Yeah, like, it's an older game. It is definitely an older game. It's probably from the Silent Generation. Like, that's how old this game probably is. But yeah, just like, I always saw it on the travel case game sets where you would have like checkers, chess, usually like some like little tiny card game. And then yeah, all these little black and white markers for everything. And it's not Pinochle, because Pinochle is a card game. And when I think bocce, I know that bocce was like a lawn game. I cannot think of that dang game. Dang. Ooh, Wordle.
what is Wordle? Is it like because it feels like Scrabble. It really feels like Scrabble to me. Or at least the concept of it seems like Scrabble. Ooh, we've almost got 2 downloaded. And then we can get some of them to process. Oh, it's a word share app. Okay. A word search. Okay. I'm not mad at that. Sometimes, like, the word making games, like, I like them in concept, but, like, they are so narrow because they ask you to make words, and then when you make the words, they're like, that's not the one. And I'm like, that is an actual word. Why am I being docked here? Why am I being nagged by this app? It's like, oh, because you're looking for a very particular word. So yeah. Okay. Hey Faye, how do you do, darling? Let's go back. Well, that's probably going to take at least another 10-15 minutes to, yeah. What the heck? Oh. Is that an orangutan? I might need a touch more context. Be really careful about using that particular emoji in creators of color, especially black creators, because there are assholes out there who use monkey and gorilla and orangutan emojis to denote something about the host. So be really careful with using those sometimes, because if the intent and tone is not super clear, you might intone an insult that you do not mean. So I had pizza for lunch, actually, and then I did fufu and a goosey soup for dinner, and it has left me pleasantly full, although I can probably eat a little bit more just ever so shortly. But yeah, it's so freaking good. So freaking good. Like, very flavorful, lots of really nice earthy herbs and spices to go with. I asked for like a mild spice, and honestly, I think they could have done full tilt and I would have been just absolutely fine. But yeah, the spice is beautiful. And the spice is spicing. Yeah. So 3 fingers, roll into ball, create dent, and then deep. It's really good. Like, the aromatics are absolutely fantastic. Meat is nicely soaked. I went with goat. They also had, I believe, beef, chicken, fish, a couple other choices as well. So yeah, like, super good. And a little bit of the malt vitae. It's kind of like a soda. It's like almost like a medicinal drink is the flavor of it. That's a little too big. Hello, darlings. How are we doing tonight? Wow. And it's like, clean my fingers off. Because, yeah, I'm persnickety about my hands. Yeah, no. The pizza place that I went to has been around apparently for 30 years in Long Beach. Absolutely wonderful, family-owned, literal hole-in-the-wall. One of those really long, slender, hallway kind of stores. With just like one front open window. And basically a good, New York-sized slice. Hey, I'm doing good. How about you? Thank you for, oh my goodness. Wow, over 15K. My goodness, y'all are doing fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the likes, the loves, the shares. It gets me the front page to be discovered and whatnot. We're having a very chill day today. I'm very they, them right now, so thank you so much for that. I am just relaxing, chilling out, having a nice time. I've been doing a couple of business courses and figuring things out because I recognized I was overloading my plate. Oh yeah! Oh my goodness! Cheers to you. I hope that is exactly what you wanted. Oh yes, no, I'm sorry, there was one sentence on my brain put an and. Yeah, good. Yay. Right. I think I might take another run at making macarons. Then heck yeah. Do all the classes, do all the parenting, do all the, the health and nutrition and whatnot. But also take a good look at Adoptee Talk, at the conceived people of TikTok. Just look at the overall life experience. And that's not to stress you out, but like that's to give you a much more realistic view of what parenthood is going to be like. Because I think we're fed a lot of information that makes it all look like rainbows and sunshine. It's like, and then reality sets in and, oh, it's a little bit different. I just wish I had known this particular thing. I've watched so many people go, I just wish I knew this. Okay, well then go listen to the adults who grew up and went through that, because they'll tell you where they wanted things just slightly, and maybe you can avoid making those same errors. But yeah. Yeah, it's better when it's super cold. I'm not in love with it when it's warm. Actually, I'm just gonna shoot it. Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah. Because I don't know why there's this misconception that when you have a child, the child will love you unconditionally. I'm like, do you remember the last toddler you saw? Like, their concept of love and hate were very strong and very polar, and it was never unconditional. So, I'm just saying. Yeah, exactly. Just, hey, remember your kid as a kid and teach them consent early. That honestly is, I think, the number one thing that so many people wish is, like, their parents had just enforced their own, like, autonomy as a child and, like, taught them a little bit more about consent. Because when you know that you can say no, oh, that becomes a whole new ballgame. What? I don't have to, hug creepy Uncle Mike? Awesome. What do you mean? I don't have to sit on creepy-ass grandpa's lap? Thank you. What do you mean I don't have to hug the tios and tias and get slobbered on and have my cheeks pinched till they bleed? Awesome. Like, yeah, bodily autonomy, probably one of the number one things. But hey, you want the kid, so you're already a leg up on a lot of people, because actually wanting a child is going to come across so much more. When you don't want a child, it is so fucking apparent to that child. It's heartbreaking. But like when you want a child, oh, that comes across like in spades. You treat that child so different because you wanted them, you planned for them, you know, you actually are putting in the effort. So I applaud you for that. Let me see if those things have downloaded. Yes, they have. Okay, 2 more downloaded. Heck yeah. I am glad you stuck with it. Honestly, I am. I'm a person who's child-free by absolute choice. But I super appreciate when people have actually done the planning and done the research. I was an adopted child. It was not a good situation. It was not a good family overall. And I think it's because they planned for... they didn't exactly plan for a kid. They planned for what they wanted, and we were supposed to just kind of fit into that. And I don't think they did that much research, honestly. But like, when people actually plan and research and like put actual thought into what they are doing, I appreciate that so much, because that kid has a much better chance of growing up in a healthy environment with a healthy mindset, with much better understanding of, you know, how society works and works together and has empathy, all those good things. Hello, how's everybody? So I got 2 more downloaded. I'm getting another one processed. We're seeing how many of these I can actually get done before my computer just goes, you know, yeah. Where are my cards? I'm like, why am I fidgety? Oh, fidgety because I don't have anything in my hands. Try that one again. There we go. The original. I am so pleasantly full, I want to take a nap. Hello, hello. How do we do? Don't know why. I'm just not getting enough follow through. So aggressive at the corner though. Better. Hello, darlings. Don't mind me as I shuffle the tarot. Me, my coffee black and my bed at 3. You're too sweet for me. You're too sweet for me. Are we upside down? Yes, we are. Teaching instructions. Nine of Pentacles, building the opportunities into something more suiting and bringing towards changing perspectives. I believe I'm in the middle of this. Learn balance. Bite me! I know! Jesus. Don't mind me. Hello, darlings. How do we do? Wow. Hello, hello. And who just sent that? Ah, there. I was wondering if it was going to be the same backwards and forwards. Two of Swords. Specifically the right hand. Left hand receives, right hand takes. Feels like you're the pursuer. This is the Two of Swords. Kind of like the, I kind of look at it as like the Minor Arcana love card. Feels like you're the pursuer in this particular instance, but you're having to pick between something you like versus something you love. The thing that you love is a little bit less stable. The thing that you like, it's good enough, but you're quickly becoming disillusioned of it, less than thrilled about it. Your tolerance is going down overall about it. And you're wondering, do I stick with the thing that I like, that is stable, that you know, gets shit done? Or do I go with the thing that I love? Honestly, I don't think you love the thing that you love. I think that you're having limerence, which is a very intense feeling. Not quite obsession, but like, you're hyper-focused on it. And I can't tell you to take the like or the love. I just think both feelings are really intense, and that there needs to be a bit more scrutiny put into which one you end up going with. It's not just a matter of short term or long term. It's also, will the thing you love just become the new thing that you like and then wish to move on from? Look for the one that's going to serve you the best long term. This feels a lot like a love reading. I just can't tell you if it's like love between two people, because it feels more transactional. It feels more transactional rather than between two people. Although there can be plenty of transactions between people. So that too. But yeah, go with what will serve your spirit best over the long term versus the next thing. Because it feels like there's a bit of a revolving door where you're like, I love this thing. Okay, I like this thing. Yeah, you know, this thing is okay. Ooh, look, I love this thing. I kind of like this thing. Yeah, this thing is okay. Ooh, I love this thing. So, yeah, it's not the worst, but it gets you in that cycled pattern, and you're like, damn it, how come I can't seem to break that? Because there needs to be a little bit more critical thinking. But overall, don't worry, like, too much. Yes, I had pizza today. I had pizza for lunch today. It was so good. Valentino's. They are fantastic. I actually got to speak with one of the owners. They've been there for like 30 years. They are like so proud of their sauce, and absolutely they should be, because that pizza sauce it makes it so freaking good. So yeah, it was quite lovely, quite wonderful. I've actually got another slice still in there, so I've got food for tomorrow, and I also picked up some beautiful African food. I want to say it's Ethiopian. I hope to God that I'm saying that it's Ethiopian and that it is. Fufu and egusi soup. Absolutely fantastic. So incredibly good. Hello, how you doing, Ariana? Yes, if you would like a reading, $5 per card. If you go to the links, there are a lot of direct ways that you can support there. Now, if you like the spicier inner battery and the like, I would say head to Throne. It has the keys to the kingdom, so yes. And don't worry, I make all of my lives 18 and over for a reason. It's mostly because I don't like interacting with minors, and I also do not want minors being put in harm's way with other aggressive adults. So, I make sure to put the extra roadblocks up, mostly to keep them safe. Ooh. Heck yeah. Food and electric kale. Now that's a good combination. Take my whiskey. I don't know why I have that song stuck in my head. Coffee black in my bed at 3. You're too sweet to me. You're too sweet to me. Oh, you got cherry gelato? Aw. Sorry, I know that means probably next to nothing unless you are also a gardener, but cherry gelato is nice. Right? Right? Like, Hosier is really good at doing things that move your soul, even without having like he doesn't like have the belting voice of like Amy Lee or Gerard Way's like that emo scream. I know he's not emo. I know the band wasn't emo, but it like really lent into that movement. It doesn't have like that visceral, but his voice combined with the instrumentals are so moving. Oh, would you like another 2 cards, dear? Favorite emo? See, I don't know, because I grew up in the era of punk, goth, alt, metal, and then like MCR was like my really big intro into the music that really moves me, as well as Evanescence. Neither one of them are emo, but they were predecessors to it. So, like, if I have to pick an emo band, or at least a band that really gets that emotion in there, like really can get that deep feelings out of you, MCR, Evanescence are like my 2 big favorite bands when it comes to that. Right. Take Me to Church. That is such a classic example of how his voice by itself, not overly powerful, but combined with the instrumentals, it's a moving experience. See, I have some 805 headband, and so far that one has been really nice, but if it comes down to it, Louis the 13th. Louis the 13th is one of my all-time favorites, and it's so rare that I can get a hold of these, Skywalker OG and Black Ice. I put them together and call it Mace Windu. yes. If you're really having trouble accessing other payment types, you can do a gift directly on here. That is fine. They just take half of it, so aim a little bit above $5, please. Yes it is. Yes it is. Pardon as I shuffle and get these well mixed. As above, so below. Ooh. You are stuck in doubt and regret. I should say you were stuck in doubt and regret. 4 of Cups. So, 4 of Cups is kind of looking at all the good times you've had, and all the good times that have gone by, and you're like forgetting to look to your side because there's another drink there. There's another cup full of opportunity. So don't dwell on past selves. Take what you've learned, take what you like, and figure out how to move forward. Figure out what parts are yourself and which parts of you are just a bitch. Basically, do better because now you know better. And knowing better is half the battle. Because, yeah, moving forward, Page of Cups. When you can let go of the doubt, of the regret, of the anxiety of moving forward, you will find it so much easier to access new opportunities because you won't be second guessing your own abilities. You know that you already have them. But yeah, right now the regret is getting in the way of you understanding how much opportunity you could actually be getting if you were out there like networking and going to the events and doing the things that you know that you want and need to do. But right now you're just like, I just don't know if I measure up. I just don't know if I measure up. You measure up just fine. But you've got to let go of some of that negative, past self. Harder to do than, just, oh, yeah, just do that thing. No, that's definitely a lot harder to do than just say it. But yeah, don't get in front of your own path forward. Don't take the detour. Don't fucking take the detour. I just keep that keeps going through my head. Just don't take the detour. Because the detour is just, it's a clover leaf. It leads you back on yourself. In not good ways. Get out of your own path, take the direct highway, do the thing. Do the thing, you've got it. New opportunity is coming, you just have to go meet it instead of expecting it to come to you. Oh, I think it's like a penny per coin. Is the basics. So yeah, if it's over 400, I'm sorry, if it's over 500, then it's like over, somebody can always correct me if that translation is wrong. Ooh, octane. Okay. Be careful not to overuse those pins. Those pens, they use oil base for a lot of stuff. That fucks with your lungs. Make sure you're giving yourself breaks so that your lungs can actually clear out that oil and that way you're still getting full use of your lungs. Because, yeah, oil is not meant to be in your lungs for some very particular reasons. But, yeah. Oh, good. Good. I'm just here to give you the information and hopefully it makes sense and you can use it so that you can adjust things as you need to. But thank you. I appreciate you saying that. Oh, usually, where did I put my... Oh, there it is. So, when it comes to my nails, I did break a couple, so the moment I break them, I tend to blunt them as much as possible, just so I don't have any stragglers or anything else to keep it up, tear it up, or keep a crack running. And then as they get a little bit longer, I just sharpen towards the middle. And at first you're going to have like very squared off nails and they're going to look a little ridiculous. But as they get longer, it's easier to take down the side and then just in towards the middle. Pardon the finger, as it were. And basically you're just sharpening towards the tip. And if you want to keep the nail shorter, you know, blunt it down, then resharpen. But if you just want to go for maximum length, just keep that point as sharp and towards the middle as you can. Wow. Fair, very fair. See, that's a routine I can definitely get behind, because then you're only using it for like shorter terms and you're giving your lungs a break. Sorry, I had childhood asthma. I am very up to date on a lot of things that affect the respiratory system. Hey. Yeah, if you go up, the payment options are right there. It's $5 per card, and I can definitely pull for somebody other than yourself. I'm just an intuitive reader. Not just, no, I'm just an intuitive reader, and I just talk it out the best I got. Honestly, I appreciate not being able to see somebody, because if I can't see your reaction, it's not going to lead my bias. So yeah, it's just whatever's rolling out of my mouth is rolling out of my mouth. I only do readings on live, yes. Because I want people to know that, hey, they are getting me, I am doing the reading is coming out of my mouth. I only ever do readings on live. I don't slide into DMs or ask, people through the DMs, hey, do you want a reading? You will come to me if you want a reading. You will ask me if you need that reading. So yeah. You can always be the next one. If you go up to the Blinks and Lio, it's $5 per card. I do all the way up to like a Celtic Cross, which is a 10-card spread. And yeah, we can go from there. By all means. My goodness, we're up to 18K likes. Thank you so much. Y'all are impressive. The speed is phenomenal. That is like 10K likes per freaking hour. I am impressed. So these are my Shadowscape cards. They are blunt. They don't tend to sugarcoat a lot of things. I mean, they try and give it the gentlest tilt at times, but for the most part, they are like, look, these are the things you need to know. Take it how you will. And then I also do have these, my steampunk cards. They're a bit more optimistic, a little bit more go-getter. I also have Klimt, I have Mucha, and I have Lover's Path. So I've got 5 different decks on tap. These have just really been my, like, the heavy favorites that have called to me quite a bit for like the last several months. So I've been working extensively with them. Thank you, darling. I honestly appreciate that. I'm hoping as I am refining and getting better skills that those things that are supposed to come towards me a little bit more easily. And yes, this is my vanilla side. This is my lovely, very human personality side. If you go to certain other places, you're going to see a very spicy side, and it's going to be rather different. That's my spicy in a battery. That's my hedonist in a battery. So yes, there's a lot of things going on. So if you accidentally wander over to a certain area, I try to give the heads up. Hey, this is what you're going to need to expect. Proceed forward as you will, but just a heads up. Because some people love that kind of stuff. Some people are like, that is not for me, no thank you. And I'm like, I respect that, it's okay, these are the areas to avoid. If you would prefer these other things, I would say this. Ooh. I'm sorry, I'm giggling because I have a degree of psychology. And with a degree of psychology, they taught us all about the history of psychology. And the history of psychology is fraught. Not only with medicines, but with treatments that now you look at them and go, how did this ever pass an ethics board? How did this ever get used as mainstream medicine? And I'm like, A, because it wasn't demonized yet, and B, because we didn't have a good enough understanding of what they could do. They, them, thank you so much. So opioids are a classification of medicines, aka drugs, that have very particular effects. One of the best known ones that is considered illegal is heroin. Oxycontin is another good one. Oxycontin is what got a lot of the pharmaceutical industry in fucking trouble, because the pharmaceutical industry pushed it on doctors, and then doctors pushed it on patients. And there were some very clear bad effects to it, because they make you feel really good, but they jack your system up something awful, and they can be incredibly addictive to the point where they cause hellacious trauma and detoxifications, and the cure almost feels worse than what it does. So yeah, it's terrifyingly bad. Yep, they used to mix it with alcohol, cannabis products, morphine, and there was like one or two. So like the things like Mother's Little Helper were absolutely Mother's Little Helper because Mommy was tanked up on a high dose cocktail of shit that is so illegal nowadays that I am amazed that as many of us survived as we did. Yep, they told him it wasn't addictive. They told him, oh, you'll feel wonderfully euphoric, you'll be calm, it'll be fine, you won't feel any pain, and when you need to get off, you can just walk. When you try and come off of opioids, it feels like some of the worst back spasms or muscle spasms you can go through. It feels like somebody's taking a hammer to your bones, especially the deeper into the addiction you get. And they were prescribing this in high amounts, especially to palm-colored patients. And what is so much worse is, worse and better, they were not giving it to people of color and black patients. They just refused to, or they would say, oh no, this is drug-seeking behavior, we got to keep this from you. And that is horrific that people of color and black people were not getting pain management. At the same point in time, I think if it was given to us on the same level as palm-colored patients, we would be seeing such a god-awful epidemic, like, across the board, that it would just be, whew. Hello! I have no idea. Which devil, by the way? Because there was a lot of different devils. So if you're talking about the devil from Christian mythos, I don't deal with that one. Oh no. Yeah, oh my god, 360 of them a month. Jesus. You're either eating handfuls of that, which is very possible and really tanks your liver, or you're selling that shit, and usually to support another habit, which is oh goodness gracious. But yeah, 360 of those, that is wild. Oh god. Oh no. Oh, that's horrific. I'm not even trying to do math on that. Okay, I'm trying to do math. That is like literally a dozen pills per day. Little over. There's a baker's dozen worth of pills right there. Jesus. Woo. Hello. How you doing, darling? That is terrifying. Cause yeah, that much opioids in your system, that train wreck you. Like, they warn against opioids because they can be very damaging to the liver, especially when mixed with alcohol. Because then your liver doesn't know which poison to ward off first. So yeah, like when you mix the two, ooh no, it's bad. It's real bad. I am doing decently well. I will have to say I've been, reading cards, doing all that kind of good stuff. Oh, did the person who asked me to ask the devil ever answer back as to which devil they needed? I'll be on for about another hour. Let me go check the download and make sure that is still running. Okay, it's still running. Yes, I actually do make spicy content. I specifically say spicy because certain things just get flagged by algos and whatnot. But yes, I do a lot of different types. I do audio, I do some video. I'm still not quite comfortable with the levels that some people go to, so I don't do that because that's only a me problem. That is nobody else's problem. But I also have lived quietly in the BDSM lifestyle for roughly 19 years now. So my specialty is within the frameworks of dominance and submission. I can do a lot of other things as well. I like all kinds of different quinks and whatnot, but yeah, that tends to be where my specialty lies. Ooh! Oh no, that is so much better when it's cold. Oh, that is like cough syrup when it is warm. Whew! Ooh, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yep, definitely got in the ice cold. Here we go. Give me a half second. I'm going to grab a new bit of something. Ooh, there we go. This is Cheon-yon cider. Kind of a lemon lime number, because I need a little bit of a palate cleanser after that. H-Mart had some really good sales on, so I got a lot of fruit and veg. Yay! I'm going to work on doing some slightly different foods, because one cannot subsist on noodles alone. Even when supplemented with like eggs and veg and whatnot, I need to expand.
right. Super vintage. Oh, now that is refreshing. Very light on the lemon lime. Gently sweet, slightly floral. Ooh, good amount of carbonation too. Okay, yeah, I'm liking that. Nope, no alcohol. No alcohol. I learned my lesson over half a bottle of Jack Daniel honey whiskey plus a peanut butter whiskey mini that I should not consume large amount of alcohol in short amounts of time, because the 2-day hangover that I suffered from that, no. Oh, thank you so much for the hearts. Thank you so much for everybody who's been gifting, subscribing, liking, sharing, doing all the things. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate that. It gets me out there as a person, as a brand. It helps me find my niche. So I really do appreciate all of that. Welcome to my more vanilla-esque side. Sanguine Threads. Sanguine rhymes with penguin. Hey, it's me. There is only one of this account, so if you see somebody slide in, especially if their logo looks a bit askew, that is not me, and I don't slide into DMs. So be careful, be safe, please double check bios, because there's only one of me. So yeah. Oh, you are so not even kidding. You are so not even kidding. You nail on the frickin' head. After 30, your liver goes, I know that you still think that you are in college and that you can drink a frat boy under a table. And while your pride may actually get you through that feat, the amount of the next day and for the rest of your week, it's not worth it. Can we stop doing this? And you're like, I mean, you say that, but then I go to parties and you don't seem to stop me sooner than like 8 deep. So since you're going to have me 8 deep anyways, that part. I forget that I'm in my 40s, and I truly forgot that I was in my 40s at that point. Oh, I paid for that shit. Honestly, between your eyes wanting to weld themselves shut and not be bothered with light at all, just go around, just have a white cane. I don't care. I don't want my eyes open. And the dry heaves. Honestly, the dry heaves are what undo me more than anything else. Because your stomach is sitting there going, like it more acid than Woodstock. You're like, I don't think I've ever had acid reflux before, but I'm pretty sure I just made up for about 5 years worth of right there. Nope. Oh God, no. Hungry as hell. And you know you gotta get something in that front door, but like, the idea of actual food makes anything that you've eaten in the last month want to represent itself and go, do you think you made some good choices here or no? So instead you're licking the backside of a saltine, because even actual salt would be too much for your system to handle. You got like a cheek full of Powerade you're just letting absorb through osmosis. Occasionally you'll tilt your head back and let a few drops run down. And then you're just tonguing the backside of the saltine cracker going, I swear it's as close to food as we're gonna get for about the next 4 hours. Then you finally get something in yourself, and it is like heavily greased, because that is the only way to lubricate your throat enough to get actual food into your stomach to do its job. At which point your stomach goes, oh my God, I'm sorry, we're closed for today, so we're just gonna fast track you through. So immediately that Taco Bell, Del Taco, KFC, Alberto's, usually it's some sort of a Mexican food, Tommy's or the Hat. It goes in, it goes through, it clears your system. And in a thing that I can only
call post-throw-up clarity, much like post-nut clarity. You realize that you have made some very bad decisions, and you probably shouldn't do that again, at least till next weekend. Just saying. Just saying. Tell me where I'm wrong.
Yeah, the part where you can't even keep water down, that's the part that gets me. You're like, I need water to live. Oh my god, thank you. Holy crap, we're at 20K. Wow, and a minute after 6 o'clock, we are at 20K. Like, I wonder if we can get to 30K by 7 o'clock. That would be fantastic. Thank you again for all the likes, the love, the share, the conversation. Welcome to the salon. A salon is a third space. First space is home. Second space is like school or work. Third space is like the mall, the speakeasy, the bar, the place where you go to talk and socialize and decompress a little bit. You've got some background noise, so it makes it so much easier to get like chores, studying, or just regular decompression done. So yeah, welcome, come on in. I hope you're doing well. Hi, I'm doing well. How are you today? I'm having a lovely bit of, I think it's Chinese cider? Like a lemon lime goodness going on here. Maybe it's Korean? I forgot to look at the script. Oh, so I think this is Korean, correct? Because I'm suddenly looking at how the script is formed, and usually something like that is Korean. Because I know for sure as shit it does not look Japanese to me. Sorry, no, it's in reverse. It's very calming though. I have to say, this would be great if you had like an upset stomach. This would be fantastic. Oh, it's very refreshing. I was able to go to H Mart today. Don't worry, I'll be posting that up a little bit later on, but I was able to go to H Mart today. I got some fresh fruit and veg and a couple of other little essentials. I have coffee again. So if you see me finally drinking a bit of coffee, hopefully not quite so full tilt, but if you see me drinking coffee again, yeah! Oh, fuck yeah. Meatloaf sounds fantastic. Holy crap! Over 1K suddenly just showed up on that meter. Nice! Right! I love a good, nice, iced coffee. And right now I think I'm either feeling coconut cream or condensed milk. Not that I don't like my milk and honey that I usually add, but I'm like, I need something a little bit denser, a little bit richer. I wish I could find milk caramel, like Mexican milk caramel. That would be fantastic. I think that would taste really good right about now. Ooh, with a bit of peanut. Ooh. Oh my god, that sounds fantastic. A bit of homemade Philly cheesesteak with au jus. Oh my god, yes. That is fantastic right there. Now, I will ask, you say homemade. What do you put on your homemade Philly cheesesteak? What kind of cheese? Are we adding onion and pepper? I like to know these things. I'm like, literally, this is not a judgment. I literally want to know these things because I know regionally food can change. So certain places, you can only have provolone cheese. Certain places, I guess they only do like a particular type of pepper onion blend. So I like to know more things before I go and like, oh yeah, I had this thing, it's totally authentic. And then like the people who like actually live in the area are going, that's not, what made you think that was authentic? They said it was. They lied to you. Okay, thank you. Ooh, dirty chai. Excellent. Yes. Honestly,
I love a good chai. Chai means tea, so you don't say chai tea. It's actually, I guess, just chai. I mean, you can say chai tea, but it gives certain people the giggles. Like, you're being redundant. I'm like, same way when we say certain deserts, we're being redundant. Like the Gobi Desert, Gobi means desert. Sahara Desert, Sahara means desert. Neither did I until much more recently. I am ADHD, I go down a lot of rabbit holes. I'm a repository font of trivial knowledge with an oversized lexicon since the time I have been a child. So, if you have questions, feel free to ask. I probably have an answer of some variety. Ooh, green bell peppers, onions with provolone. Nice. Nice. Now, do we do a toasted bun or a non-toasted bun? Because I have never quite understood if the bun itself was supposed to be like toasted / grilled or just plain cut open and then stuffed. Aw, thank you. You will see that I do artwork. When I do persona, that's usually in a battery. I have my dentures in at that point, fangs on, the full 9. And then in a battery and like a Grimwood are the 2 of the kind of monsterish characters that are my OCs that I also do spicy work with. So I am saying this now so you don't accidentally wander where you don't mean to. Ooh, toasted, yes! Going to the bakery section, picking up fresh buns, toasted, makes a major difference. Yes, it does. Ooh, with some mayo on the toasted. Oh my god. Oh yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Have you ever thought of doing a toasted bun, slathering on that mayo, and then doing the toasting? They did a similar thing with a grilled cheese sandwich. Butter versus mayo as your crisping factor, and the mayonnaise one actually came out nicer, which was surprising as hell to me. Nice! That's how you do your burgers. Fuck yeah. What was the other thing I was thinking? If you have a Lee's, there's a place, at least here in California, I'm pretty sure they're in more places, but there's a place called Lee's here in California that does some epic coffee. They do amazing banh mi sandwiches, and they sell baguettes. Fresh made, every day. That is their shtick, and they are so good at it. I would definitely say pick up a baguette or 2 from Lee's and see how that works for a Philly cheesesteak. The outside tends to be a little bit more hearty. It has a little bit more crunch, so it retains a little bit more structural integrity. But that inner soft bread is just, whew, it is so good. It is perfect for picking up condiments. Heck yes! Oh my god, yes. Thank you for knowing it. It gives better crunch. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I like using the Asian mayos. So like if you can find yourself like the Kewpie styles, oh that shit's so good. That shit's so If nothing else, I will always be able to talk in such ways that people will be something all over again. They're like, now I'm hungry again. Yeah, that happens. I've learned how to emote my love for things quite a bit. Let's see. I do feel... Have I just not... Did I just... Oh, I didn't have breakfast. This is... I'm like, why am I still kind of hungry but not super hungry? I want something small. Portable. I don't know what it is, therefore... Oh. That too. Ooh. Honestly, that sounds kind of fantastic. I love a good bougie grilled cheese sandwich with a bit of like a tomato bisque. Oh, absolutely adore it. Now, for the guys who are here, watching, listening, whatnot. For the men, for the masks in the comments section, by all means, you can also ask questions and interact. Don't worry, it's welcome to the community. These are the penguins. They chose that themselves because penguin rhymes with sanguine. Yeah, they chose it. Anyways, feel free to come up. Feel free to talk. This is not necessarily a femme-centered space. It is a space for everyone. So I want to remind myself and others to encourage the men folk, the mask folk, to step up and also, join the conversation as well, because honestly, we talk about a lot of things and different perspectives can be helpful. That part. Especially some slow cooked stews. Oh my god, yes. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. Food is a beautiful thing. Food can be such a way to bridge cultures. We all need to eat. And when we actually appreciate each other's foods and food customs and things like that, like, you will find that you have far more in common with people if you try versus, nope, these are the only things I like. This is, like, when I went and got Ethiopian food today, I was like, hey, this is the first time I've ever, I think it's Ethiopia. I've got to double check. I still want to make sure that I'm saying the right food culture. When I went and got African food today, I told them, hey, it's my first time I've ever been here, first time really ever trying this kind of food. Can you tell me what would you think, like, should be a good starter for a first timer? And they were like, definitely the egusi soup with the fufu. I'm like, perfect, because I knew I had to try the fufu. And they're like, do you want it spicy? I'm like, oh yeah, go full tilt. And they're like, I got the African auntie side eye, and I'm like, oh, okay. You know what? Like, make it a couple of notches above typical American level of spiciness. And they're like, okay. And they brought it out, and they'd actually put the spice towards the side of the soup. And so I just took a big pinch of it, and they're like, that's really spicy, and I just drop it straight on my, and they're like, you could see the panic. And I'm like, oh no, that's really good spice. They're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, no, I'm perfectly fine. No, it's a really good heat, and it's really nice and earthy, and I really like the tones. And then they're like, oh, there's got to be African in you. I'm like, well, at least half of me, so yeah. Ooh, Tootsie Rolls are fucking good. Right? Food brings people together. They're fantastic. I love that. I love, what was it? I just saw a TikTok recently, and it was a coworker party, but you brought a dish from your ethnic background. And so the Filipino woman brought lumpia, which looked fantastic. Somebody else brought spring rolls. The white people brought very, very much casserole type dishes, which they looked really good. I was very proud of them. Like, thank you for making some of the good casserole style dishes, because there are some really ugly ones out there, and nobody wants them. Nobody wants your fucking cream of mushroom and tuna fish casserole, Karen. The black person brought beautiful smoked collard greens and mac and cheese, homemade. I was like, So yeah, like, everybody brought a cultural dish, and then everybody got to try all of the cultural dishes. And I'm like, that is freaking fantastic, because that's a great way to get a small introduction to somebody else's food from around the world. But you're not committed to, like, doing an entire meal of just one thing. So you're getting a global experience, and I love that. Tuna helper in a fancy dish. You're not even wrong. You're so not even wrong. Potatoes and fried chicken. Like, honestly, funeral potatoes, those layers of, like, au gratin, like, super thin sliced, milk-soaked, cheese-laden potatoes, so fucking good. That shit'll put you in a coma. Like, you'll just be like, I just, you know, there's a block of cheese sitting in my stomach, I'm just gonna... The itis will hit you so hard. But yeah, like, sometimes they're like, I did a Waldorf salad. Nobody asked for that. Nobody asked for your fucking Waldorf salad. Nobody wants your ambrosia salad with nuts. Why do you gotta put walnuts in fucking everything? Walnut is a very particular texture, and when you're putting your very particular just sour, bitter, textured fucking almond just fingering every single fucking dish you make, why are you having brownies? You put it in the brownies, you put it in the Waldorf, you put it in the ambrosia. I'm amazed you didn't put it in the fucking spaghetti. Sorry, I have very strong opinions. I went to a lot of potlucks for churches growing up. Oh my god, the fucking grapes. The fucking grapes. How much Jell-O salad did you eat? How much Jell-O salad with so much canned cocktail fruit? How much of that shit did... I'm like, between the sugar that was already in the Jell-O and the sugar that you added to the Jell-O and the high fructose corn syrup that was in the cocktail fruit that was added to the Jell-O. Yeah, you wonder why your kids were hopped up? It wasn't soda. It wasn't candy. It was a fucking salads. I swear to God. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. At least for my congregation, because it was a very palm-colored congregation at that. There was 3 minorities. Me, my sibling, and my parent. So yeah. Right? Well, between that and then they would always have like the what was it? Rainbow sherbet and Sprite. You basically gave children an ice cream float as a regular drink to go with their meal before you then pumped them full of things like Muddy Buddies, banana nut loaf, frickin' brownies, chocolate cake, about 5 varieties of pies of every single description, usually apple, usually slightly undercooked and slightly watery apple with soggy bottoms. Bottoms so soggy that you would have thought that they just pulled themselves out of the sea on Fire Island. Like, soggier than WeHo after a long, hard rain. Okay? Just, There is nothing wrong with disliking rainbow sherbet. I understand the pain. There we go. But yeah. Also, so much spaghetti. So much spaghetti. And so few of them did meatballs to go with. But everybody loved bringing their spaghetti. And then some of those bastards turned that spaghetti into spaghetti salad. Why? Why do you need to make spaghetti salad? Why did you need to get fancy with the spritzing of olive oil and vinegar with the Italian seasoning blend over chopped up spaghetti noodles?
Not even like you had a good tomato sauce. No, you diced up some cherry tomatoes and some raw fucking red onion and called it a day. Marjorie. I don't blame you. Oh man.
They never even used fresh pineapple. It was always that canned, crushed pineapple. Who wants that pre-masticated mess in a salad? Like, no, Gertrude, no. We don't need your wartime concoction. We don't need your 20 years experience experimenting with gelatin. Like, oh man, some of these creations. Ooh, no. I mean, shit. Although, I'll give it to you this. Shit on a shingle, aka corned beef with a white gravy sauce on toast, when well done, is actually rather good. When made by British people, it looks like a dog's dinner, to use their own phrasing. Oh god, so much Tupperware. Everybody had to. You either brought it in Tupperware or you brought it in the pan. So Pyrex, Tupperware, literally the pan or pot you cooked it in with lid attached. And you hoped if you had the good shit that you got it back. That part. Who came up with Italian dressing and lied enough times that they convinced other people it tasted good? Like, no. 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 Take that bullshit back where it belongs. Nobody wants it. Because it was just olive oil and vinegar. They would call it an Italian dressing, an Italian vinaigrette. It's olive oil. It's way too much vinegar the way they were making it. Add yourself some Italian seasonings and call it a day. And I'm like, I've got a confused, overly herbaceous, lubricate my insides while it's stinging my tongue salad dressing. Where's the ranch? Like, I'm a child. I can taste too many of these flavors and none of them are good. The never-ending Tupperware that was always stained, like, with that layer of oil from the fucking spaghetti. So always that reddish orange color at the corners because you could never get that shit perfectly clean. I'm just saying. Tell me where I have not told the truth. Oop, let me check the download, make sure that it's still running. Ugh. Still processing. Slowest processing ever. Oh yeah. Yes, plastic is oleophilic. AKA really likes oil, will lock onto it. Lipids love plastic and will lock themselves into the pores and it becomes very, very difficult to get it out. Although sometimes lemon can break it up a bit and there are certain other things out there that will dissipate. Dawn is actually really good for breaking down the greases that tend to retain, as it were. But yes, same thing with polyester. Polyester is very oleophilic. It likes lipids. It will bind with grease, oil, things that have an oil base to them, basically. So if you are wearing some sort of a polyester and wondering where you got the stain from, probably had some sort of oil, and just regular water and washing will not break it down. You have to actually use like a degreasing pen. Hello, my darlings. How are we doing? Don't mind me. I shuffle because I need some sort of stimulation. Welcome to ADHD. I don't sit still well. This is also one of the reasons I stand so much. But hey, seeing as I'm standing this much, I must be feeling a lot better, because... Seriously? Come on, guys. There we go. Hello, playful but deadly. Four Pentacles, 4 Cups. Oh, you can ask for it anytime, my dear. Would you like a reading? Would you like to cash in that one card? No worries. Yes, anytime that I'm on, you can by all means let me know. Would you like the steampunk cards, or would you like my shadowscape cards? I will let you pick your weapon of choice. So that's the steampunk, and this is my shadowscape. Blunt and honest. Okay, slightly more optimistic. Thank you so much, Cosette. Thank you. My goodness, over 20... We're at like 26k likes. You guys y'all are doing amazing. Seriously, thank you. Thank you for the likes, the loves, the subscriptions, the gifting, all that kind of lovely stuff. Also, thank you so much for like the support for people who are going and, you know, buying artwork, other people who are going and find me in spicy places and all that kind of stuff. That chicken is always comedy. Like, I think that is one of the fun new ones that they have really, like, yes, absolutely, thank you. Thank you so much, Playful but Deadly. Right? Right? For me, like, the hanging lights are one of my faves. Oh god, I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that have been, like, the roses, like the rose under the bell glass jar. That one is just absolutely gorgeous. It hits something in my serotonin centers. I'm just making sure. No, we're not doing that one. I know that card. I know that card. We're not. Certain cards have marks or bends, and I'm like, nope. Too easy to read. If it was part of a larger read, sure, but if I already know the card coming up, yeah. I'm doing good. Hey, Sony, how are you doing? I'm doing pretty good today. Oh, thank you so much. Love that one. Tell me that isn't gorgeous. Whoever designed that Forever Rose, like, the graphics on that are just so gorgeous. Ooh, Two of Wands. I love this one. So, the Two of Wands. It is the choice of, like, kind of like which journey, or which thing you want to do next. Let me see, where's my... Oh, there it is. I'm like, this one has a decent quote to go with it. Right. It is so pretty. So there's my Major Arcana. Minor Arcana. There we go. So, a wielder of fire does not chant eeny, meeny, miny, mo. In other words, when you're making this choice, it's not... Don't hesitate over the choice. Like, look at the pros and the cons. Look at how it makes you feel. And then make your decision. But, like, don't micromanage the decision. When you have decisions to make, especially when you have to, like, this or that. When you have to do this thing or that thing. Do I do the hobby or do I put more into the work? Do I do this kind of art? Do I that kind? Like, don't over micromanage every last decision you make. Go in with okay, this is what I need. This is what I want. These are the things that need to take place. Which of my options that I am looking at currently help me best achieve that? You know, do I go the slow and steady route, or do I pick something that's a little bit more fast-paced? Overall, what is the best option? And then, when you make that decision, don't hesitate on it. Like, make the decision. I'm very much the same way. I'm very much the same way. Right. I'm like, I'm taking my time. They're like, you're taking so much time that a tortoise could pass you. I'm like, I mean, that's fair, but damn. Like, calm your tits. But yeah. I mean, this is why I love the steampunk. The steampunk is like, look, hey, I get it. A little optimism. I get it. A little optimism. Whereas, you know, Shadowscape is like, fucking do it. You're like, ow. So yeah, like, make the decision, be a little bit impetuous, be a little intrepid. Don't always second guess yourself. Because honestly, more often than not, I believe you tend to be towards the side of, yeah, I was right to do this. I was right to make this mistake. I wish I had done that sooner. Well, yeah, this is your call out to do it sooner. It is what it is. So we got about another 30 minutes together. If anybody else needs their cards read, by all means, let me know. Feel free, let's have at. But also, what would you like to talk about? Because you know us. We like to chat around. We like to yap. We like to decompress and talk about all kinds of things going on in the world. And my goodness, I think we're at about 27k likes. That is impressive. Also, if anybody's thinking of subscribing, it's only $2.99 for here. I need to do a couple of subscription-only, what do you call it? Subscription-only things for my subscribers. I'm trying to decide exactly what I want that to be, but yeah. Now that I have gotten better advice on how to do stuff as a batch and how to get a little bit more streamlined, hopefully I will be able to enact those particular changes. But yeah. Hello, darlings. There we go. I was love to give them a good shuffle afterwards, because, you know. I want to make sure they're going to shuffle correctly. Hello, darling. Welcome in. How do you do? Who has questions, comments, statements? And yes, you can ask practically anything as long as you're, you know, polite, civil at the very least. Most people can handle that, so. And I'll answer pretty much anything. If I am truly off-put by the question, I will also answer in kind, so. I have no problems telling somebody, yeah, that one's a little too personal for me, so I won't be answering that. Thank you. Let me go check the download because it was close, I think.
Oof. Ever so slow. It's in the 80s.
Hello, hello, hello. And how do we do? Oh, actually, first job, 14 years old, cleaning houses and babysitting. First job with a W-2, I was a tutor. I think I was like 16 at that point. But yeah. I started working early. I learned not to mix certain chemicals after the fact. Swear to God, I had never seen a cleaner house, but boy did I feel dizzy. Anybody else who has a subscription needs a card pulled, please let me know. 'Cause I'm on a roll. Feels good. Also, for those people who understand that I do spicy work and whatnot, don't worry. Whatever gender you are allowed to approach me, especially on the spicy side, because they're all in 18 and over areas and whatnot. But yeah, I myself am gender fluid and pansexual. If I vibe with a person, I vibe with a person. So, like, don't be worried, because so much of my content over there does tend to lean a little bit more towards male gaze. That is just the nature of the business, so I slightly lean towards that. But trust me, I appreciate working with femmes, AFABs, women, non-binary. Just let me know. We're all good. Okay, that's my shadowscape. Let me also mix a few of these, because been a hot minute. Lover's Path are a pain in the ass to shuffle. These, are they? Oh no, they're the same. They're a little bit more narrow. So this is my Klimt deck, because it... Hey, Boston! So yeah, a lot of the art is very much based off of Klimt, who was a really fantastic artist and often worked with gold foil. Favorite horror movie? Ooh. Well, I do need to pick up Netflix soon, probably tonight or by this weekend, just because I heard Tarot was a pretty damn decent one. If we're going horror comedy, Anna and the Apocalypse is like my absolute favorite. I'm trying to think of like a really good horror film that I have seen lately. I am drawing them. Oh, Us. Us is one of the most wonderfully multi-layered, multifaceted horror films out there today, and I really do not think people understand how much layer there is. Some of it is social commentary, some of it speaks specifically to the Black American experience. It is so deep, and there's so much twists and turns, and by the end of the movie, you are not sure who to root for. Who to go, oh yeah, this is the good guy of the film. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. So yeah, it's really well done, very multifaceted. Jordan Peele is just fantastic at doing horror. He's also incredibly good at doing comedy, especially when he plays across from Jordan Peele, Key. Oh no, his other comedic part. And here's the thing: is
the guy is his best friend and like shows up to so much of his stuff and is like fucking supportive and wonderful. Keegan, I think it's Keegan Michael Keel? No. Keegan Michael... shit, why can't I remember his name? Somebody help me out here. Because it's Key and Peele. So I know the guy's last name is Key, but I'm suddenly going blank on his first name. Okay! Oh, no! Okay. I doubted myself. I don't know why. My brain kept flipping between, the guy, the pair who did Good Burger. My brain kept going to the skinny guy's name, and or the skinny guy's face, and I'm like, no, I know that Keegan Michael Key is Key and Peele. When you get too many of your faves growing up mixed up in your head, and you're like, oh, come on, no. But like, yeah, like, I liked SNL for a short while because of both of them getting, not Key and Peele, but the Good Burger guys getting on there for a while. But they really never seem to progress much past that one particular trope. That one particular embodiment. And I was like, yeah, but no. Whereas like Key and Peele really had a really fantastic variety and played a very large host of characters. So I enjoyed their work more, and then Get Out came out. And I was like, I'm sorry, this is done by who? What? And then Us came out, and that was fantastic. I still need to see Nope. I've heard absolutely lovely things about it. Like, it was a really well done movie. So I need to see that. I also need to catch up on The Boys real quick. And when I get Netflix, I can probably binge Bridgerton and Charlotte. So both of those should be quite... Oh my god. I believe we're almost up to 30k likes in under 3 hours. Y'all have done fantastic with that. Thank y'all. Right? That part. Well, and they were Nickelodeon child stars at that. So they got very ingrained on how their character was supposed to be. And their long-running series that they were on, like, they got known for Welcome to Good Burger, you know, like, the very California accented, you know, fast food workers. And they I think they really got stuck in that role, and I think they kind of got pigeonholed for it. I wish they would do something that would just really break that cycle, though. Because I know they have, like, both of so much, like, potential, but it doesn't feel like they're really being given roles that really help foster that potential. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think it's harder for child stars than it is for people like Rob Schneider to be able to transition out of being, oh, this is your character type, oh, okay, then, you know, like, child actors, like, what was it, Daniel Radcliffe played Harry Potter, and so, for, 7 movies or so, 8 movies or so, you know, was Harry Potter, and, like, literally grew up from childhood into adulthood as Harry Potter. So very much got pegged in that role as, oh, you're Harry Potter, you're Harry Potter, you're Harry Potter. The moment those films were done, hey Schwag, the moment those films were done, he ran out and did a play called Equus, in which he is nude upon an equine, at least at some point during that entire play. And it was so far removed from being Harry Potter that he was finally able to ask for roles that did not put him back in the same pigeonhole that he might have been stuck in if he had not literally gone out and done that play immediately afterwards and kind of broke the expectation of what he was supposed to be as an actor. And honestly, I think that play really solidified that he was a good actor, that he had range and variety, because that being Harry Potter was a very particular role. So I'm glad he did not get stuck there. Hello, hello. How do we do? As you can see, it's very easy to get me on a bit of a talking wander. Pardon as I am mixing my cards, getting them back into good sorts. I do love Klimt. They have a nice crisp riffle. Then there's Mucha. Again, I absolutely adore artwork. I love seeing people's talent in the art that they create. And Mucha, Klimt are some of my favorite artists of years gone past. Favorite modern or more modern artists would be somebody like David Mack, who does some of the most beautiful and iconic watercolor covers that you've ever seen, alongside Peach Momoko, who has got a bit more of a cartoon anime style, but beautiful watercolors. David Mack, his watercolors, I would do things, okay? I would do things and have zero regrets at all. Also, he's an incredibly, lovely individual every time I've met him, so. I'm just saying. Hello, darlings. How are we tonight? Woo, over 30K. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you so much for the over 30K likes, for all the loves, the shares, for everything. Thank you so much. I'm going to be kind of all over the nets this weekend, trying to, figure out my balance and whatnot. I will be back here, TikTok, Monday through Wednesday next week, 4 to 7 each day. I'll make sure to have that early on the calendar. Trying to think. If you want artwork, go towards coffee. If you would like to find the keys to the kingdom and you like spicy stuff, go to Throne. That is definitely for the 18 and over. I'm also reorganizing Throne so that the sections are a little bit more clear and people can find the ways that they want to support. Because some people said that they would like to make sure that certain things are covered so I don't have to worry about monetary. Other people were like, I'd really like to get you new wardrobe, or I'd like to get you new stuff for actually having better setup and filming. And I'm like, I will make sure that that stuff is categorized in such a way that they are easy to find. Yeah. If anybody else has questions in the next 10 minutes, by all means, do feel free to ask. And if you need your card trick, when I am live, I am ready to go. So let me know. I'm not even elevated. My brain had the weirdest but most interesting thought. I trying to figure out if I can actually code it in a way that I'd be able to say it. Oh yeah. I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm gonna work on that. There is a way to say it, but do I have a favorite deck? I love all my children the same.
the same, I tell you. Shadowscape and Steampunk are the ones that seem to resonate the best with me right now. And I adore both of those decks. It's the Gemini in me. But I know that my Mutra, my Love Path, and my Klimt are all good cards. They tend to tell it very straight, but like I just have the best intuitive connection with my Shadowscape and with Steampunk. And it's fun because they all decided that they can live in the same box, so I'm okay by that. People don't, it's okay if you don't believe in the witchy woo-woo stuff, I'm okay with that. But like, if you like the witchy woo-woo stuff, yeah, you will know that sometimes you put certain stuff together in the same area, in the same box, and they do not get along. Of course, sometimes you also just don't bond with your cards. That happens. Sometimes you can literally spend, you know, hours, days, months, weeks shuffling them, and a card may never actually end up vibing with you as the decks go. It happens. I had one that used to scream and hiss at me. I got rid of that one real quick. And I knew why. It didn't come from a good home, so it did not have good juju attached to it. Right. But yeah, like some decks you just vibe with. Honestly, what I really would love to do, because this is the kind of a-hole that I am, it's about $100, but a Clow card set as a tarot deck. I would love to be able to get a Clow card set and use it like a tarot deck. Because there are so many cards, about the same number as you would have in a tarot deck. And I absolutely adore, like, not just the artwork of it, but like the meanings behind each one of them. And I think it would be really interesting to see if I could convert a Clow card set into a functional tarot style reader deck. Hello, darlings. How are we? They're actually shuffling pretty nice tonight. Slightly more. This one's a lot broader than, say, a standard deck. And I have small mitteny ass hands. And then of course yeah, this is even, yeah, this is even ever so slightly, but yeah, ever so slightly narrower than most other cards. Which means grabbing each one of these has been a little bit different. A little bit of a trick. But yes. I'm trying to think. If you do see me on this week, it'll probably just be me gaming. Usually doing Overwatch, Total Mayhem mode, highly elevated. So if you want a good giggle, by all means, stop on by. Other than that, I'm going to be trying some of the other platforms and seeing like what floats my boat and whatnot, because we don't know what's going to be happening here shortly. So if I'm going to have to rebuild somewhere, I'd like to know where that is so I can tell other people where to come find me. But yeah. This was a good night. Good deep compression, good vibe overall. So, I'm going to end just a touch early. I'm going to check up on the uploads or the downloads so that I can upload over to YouTube. Hopefully I'll be able to get that done as soon as possible. But yeah, I am off for a wander. Right, yeah, it was such good vibes. Such absolutely wonderful freaking vibes. Again, I will get back Monday through Wednesday, absolutely guaranteed. Right now I'm just seeing like how I like some of the other places and where I can fit them into like a rotation of some variety. Because I think at least 3 days of streaming per place would be really good. I just got to figure out what days work the best, what places work the best, so on and so forth. So, yeah. Anyways, thank you so much, darlings. You have been absolutely wonderful tonight. We are at over 31K likes. Phenomenal. Thank you for the gifting. Thank you for the subscriptions. Thank you so much for the encouragement and the support. Get me out there. That would be awesome. Hopefully, as I refine my niche and refine what I do, we will be able to grow the audience and get all those things done. I am really appreciating this, and thank you for accepting that I have a vanilla side and a spicy side, because I'm a Gemini, and that's always going to be a thing. So, thank you so much. Have a lovely night. Have a great rest of the week, darlings. Bye!